Hello and welcome to another update video about the DXY. Let's take a look at the two main structures I'm tracking here on the DXY chart. We are zooming out a little bit first, and the assumption is still that the DXY should drop down lower into the low $90 region, either from here or after basically a reset of this B wave, which presumably topped in October last year. But if we reset that a bit higher, then from here the downside move can start. Then we might not talk about a low $90 region anymore, maybe mid $90 region, because the target for the C wave down is measured based on the length of the, or the top of the wave B and where that wave C to the downside starts. So there are basically two scenarios. Both are, still bearish, but one is short-term bullish of them, right? One is short-term bullish, which is the yellow scenario. Let's first talk about the most immediate or the more immediate downside structure. Here in this scenario, we have, after this B wave topped in October last year, a wave 1 to the downside in 5 waves, a 3-wave rally in a wave 2. So wave 1 down, wave 2 up. And then this is the bearish setup. From here, the DXY could start the move down in the 3rd wave. However, there is currently no evidence the 3rd wave down has started. And the wave 2 is basically at the limits of what it can do, right? It is nearly invalidating the 1-2 setup. So the wave 2, if it goes any higher, it's coming very, very close to the invalidation point, which is the October high. And it's precisely at $107.38. So if we get a break higher above the last swing high, which formed here around the 17th of April at pretty much $106.55, you see we're very, very close to the invalidation point. Very, very close. And the thing is, unless it really turns around to the downside now, then it's likely going to get another extension, because this looks at the moment a bit like a bull flag. Bit like a bullish flag, right? As you can see here, descending price channel would often break to the upside. So therefore, this is only a potential. And for anybody who's, who's following that, I mean, it's at the limit. It's at the limit. So when can we say that the decline has started? Let's just double check that. What I'd like to see. Oops, no. Well, 1 second. As a first indication that the move down has started, I'd like to see a break below $104.40, below the 78.6 retracement. And that would be the first level that needs to break to get the downside momentum going. Until then, easily possible to see further upside extensions. Just tidy that up. Because we're already above the 78.6 retracement. I mean, yeah, okay, we broke back below it, but that's the retracement of this decline. And that's a little bit too high for a wave 2 anyway. So yeah, it's at the limits, at the absolute limits. So if it pushes higher from here, and especially if it pushes above the October high, then it will reset this B wave a little higher. And then we have standard resistance between $107.58 and $111.64. And it might not even go much higher, but it should be, if we track this, then in this case, this was A, B wave down, C wave up. Ideally, this is going to be a 5-wave move. Not yet exactly sure how this is going to look like, but I will track that for you. But looking at the patterns for the B wave, we can calculate the target for wave C and B, and it would point us towards first ideal target at $108.32. That's the 100% extension level. So we might not even go much higher, but upside extensions are possible and likely, especially as long as we don't take out a swing low or micro support. I already gave you that, I think it was $104.40 or something. So yeah, so this needs to This needs to break to indicate that the downside momentum is going. Until then, especially due to that small bull flag, upside continuation possible. Just paying attention to that small flag pattern. If we break to the upside, it would indicate that we might target the next resistances, $107.58 and $108.32. That's my update about the DXY. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500 as well as regular updates about stocks, feel free to check out our stocks and S&P 500 service. You'll find the link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.